Hello again, and welcome back to Have I Got a Story for You, produced by PJ Library, a program of the Harold Grinspoon Foundation. Did you know that every month PJ Library mails out award-winning free books that celebrate Jewish values and culture? You did? Excellent! Well, did you know PJ Library serves children ages 6 months to 8 years old? Oh, you knew that too? Clever, clever. How about that kids ages 9 to 12 can receive free chapter books through the PJ Our Way program, and that signing up is free and easy at pjlibrary.org? You did? Fantastic! In that case, let's cut to the chase. I'm Rita Toomey, and usually I'm your friendly neighborhood narrator, guiding you through fantastic tales, your story guru, if you will. But today is a very special day. You'll be tagging along with me on my second job, my side gig. Being a narrator is so much fun, but on the days when there aren't stories to tell or mice to interview or time traveling to be done, I've got to keep busy. That's why I am also the host/bailiff for my favorite show, Justice Court. Court of Justice. What is Justice Court? Court of Justice, you ask? Why, only the most watched court show in the world. It usually airs between Hammurabi's Burger Battle and Name That Potato on Channel 18. What, you're not watching those shows either? How on earth are you spending your free time? Come on, it's time for court. Justice Court is presided over by the Honorable Judge Solomon, who is as wise and witty as he is a little cranky and cantankerous.
I object, Rita. I am not a little cranky and cantankerous. I am very cranky and cantankerous. Court is now in session.
Oh, oops. We're on. I'd better get to it. Welcome to Justice Court, Court of Justice, where everyday people come to get the justice they deserve. That's why it's called Justice Court. Justice is in this courtroom. Now entering the courtroom, today's plaintiffs, the residents of the entire town of Haverton, the very town where Justice Court is filmed. And the defendant. Oh, now, this is interesting. Our defendant today is the wind.
Order in the court. This is very unorthodox. Now, who did what to who? Order!
My balloon, everything.
Let me get all the facts. Will the first plaintiff come forward?
The prosecution calls Justine Hazelworth to the stand.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Is it really good? I rule the morning as simply meh.
Oh, then, meh morning, Your Honor. My name is Justine, and I'm the owner of Bready or Not Bakery.
Why the not?
We make gluten-free items, too. Not bready. Get it?
It's a stretch, but I'll allow it. Proceed.
I bake everything from scratch. Chalot, buns, French loaves, sourdough. I even created my own pastry, the donin, which is like a scrumptious cross between a donut and a muffin.
I'm getting tired of this bread talk, Miss Hazelworth. Unless you've brought samples, get to the point. What is your quarrel with the defendant?
Okay, fine. So I bake a lot of bread, and I use a lot of flour. One warm day, I had the windows open, and the wind just barged right in, uninvited, and in one giant, rude gust, blew my sack of flour clean out of the kitchen. Flour went everywhere. It looked like a snowstorm passed through, and it was all the wind's fault.
Settle down, Windy. You'll get your chance to talk. Or blow. Go on, Justine.
It was awful, Judge Solomon, and it took me a full day to clean up. Plus, I didn't make any bread that morning, so I also lost out on business. And it was the day I was planning to experiment with bun kits, too.
Is that a cross between a bun and a biscuit?
It is, Your Honor, and it would have been delicious. Anyway, I'm suing for damages plus pain and suffering because I also sprained my pinky cleaning up the mess.
I'm sure I'll take that into consideration. Next plaintiff.
Next to the podium are Bobby Eggert, age 7, and Lauren and Michael Penderton, ages 7 and 8.
8.5.
Oh, sorry. 8.5.
Your Honor, my name is Michael Penderton. My sister and my friend Bobby and I were just playing kickball in the park.
I object. With 3 people, that's not really kickball then, is it?
We were sort of kicking the ball around.
But still, 3 people seems suspect. But I'll allow it. Go on.
It was such a nice day, and we were using a brand new kickball.
In my day, children were too busy doing chores to play kickball in the park.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing we live in the present then, and not in your day.
Ouch!
I'll allow that put down. My day was kind of a bummer. Proceed.
So we were just minding our business, playing kickball, when the wind blew the ball right into a creek, and it floated away.
So?
Did I mention this was a brand new kickball? The red rubber kind?
Is there any other type?
It still had that new kickball rubbery smell. Your Honor, we blame the wind, and we'd like a replacement. We rest our case.
Baked bread, a kickball. All right, Rita, who's next to waste my time today?
The third citizen of Haverton to take the stand is Peter Grossbaum. Bless you.
Thanks. Yes! Oh, excuse me, Judge Solomon. I just can't seem to stop. Yes! Yes!
I move to wipe the plaintiff's nose. Get on with it. Your point, please.
My point is, the wind is making my allergies flare up like crazy. It's like it takes pleasure in blowing pollen straight into my face. If that's not a reason to sue for damages, I don't know what is.
Why don't we just wipe off the microphone? Ooh, there we go. Okay, next up, Your Honor, Arlene Sumpkin.
Well, Arlo, actually. No big deal. I'm 65 years young.
Mr. Sumpkin, there are consequences for lying under oath.
Okay, fine. I'm 86. You happy?
I'm never really happy, but that's besides the point. Go ahead.
Well, I was sitting on a bench outside doing my daily crossword in the Friday paper, like you do, and I had just finished it. And I was feeling pretty proud.
I warned you, Mr. Sumpkin.
Fine, I was stuck on 3 down. Anyway, the wind came and blew away my newspaper. Right out of my hands.
Rita, seriously, how long is this going to go on? I ordered kugel for lunch, and I don't want it getting cold.
Just one more witness, Judge Solomon. Leah Fernbach, age 6.
Hi, Mr. Solomon.
It's Judge Solomon, or Your Honor.
Okay, Judge Solomon, or Your Honor. I had a purple balloon. It was so pretty and I loved it.
Yes, I'm sure the balloon was perfect.
The wind blew my balloon away.
The wind just huffed and puffed and blew it away, huh? Hold on, young lady. Did the wind blow it away, or did you maybe let it go?
I let it go, but...
So, whose fault is it then?
That's the 10th time he's made a little kid cry this week. On that note, while we get little Leah a tissue, it's time for a commercial break. When we return, we'll hear from the defendant, the wind, because there are two sides to every story on Justice Court, Court of Justice. Oh, I should mention that as part of my hosting/bailiff duties, I also get to do /the commercials. This one's for, let's see, Kosher Salt. Okay. Salt, salt, it's oh so salty. Put it on bland food that needs some salt. Kosher Salt. Kosher Salt, the salt that's also kosher. Listen, they're not all winners, okay? Anyway, I just wanted to mention that today's case is based on an actual ancient story about a poor woman who brought her gripes against the wind before King Solomon. You can read more about that tale and its many variations on our website, gotastorypodcast.com. Okay, we're about to go back on the air in 3, 2, Welcome back. If you're just joining us, Haverton residents took the stand against the wind for a variety of reasons. But if you're listening to this podcast, why would you just be joining us now? You pressed play and just fast forward it to the middle? That doesn't make sense. If that's what happened, you should start the podcast over from the beginning because you're going to be lost, story-wise.
Order! Rita, you're rambling.
Sorry, Judge.
I'm ready to hear from the defendant, the wind. Go ahead, speak your piece. Order! Silence! Be quiet! Okay. Well, I think I've heard enough, and considering I don't even speak wind, I guess this was an easy, albeit ridiculous, case. I'm ready to rule.
Wait!
Another unheard of twist in an already unusual case. Someone from the audience is approaching the defendant's podium.
I'd like to say something.
Go nuts. Things can't possibly get any more absurd, and we've got time to kill before that's my tomato.
It's name that potato, Judge Solomon.
Rita, what did I say about you correcting me?
To not?
Yes, exactly. Go on, young man.
Yes, hi. I'm new to this town. I just got here this afternoon, actually. I'm here as the result of a lot of weird stuff.
Weirder than this case.
I mean, pretty close. I'm a sailor, and just yesterday, I was caught in a terrible storm in the middle of the sea. Rain, hail, the whole shebang. The storm tore a hole in my ship and ripped my sail. I realized I was sinking into dark, cold waters, and fast. I could only pray for a miracle. That's when the wind blew a sack of flour across the sea and right onto the deck. I used it to plug the hole, and lo and behold, it worked. Then there was another blast of wind, and newspaper pages fluttered onto the boat like black and white butterflies.
Black and white butterflies. That's a little much, don't you think?
Sorry, I'm just trying to paint a picture for the court. So I used the newspaper to patch the sail as best I could. Then there was a huge gust that blew me away from the storm. I'm assuming that the powerful wind may have also accidentally blown pollen around town. Thus Peter's allergy attack.
Yes! Go on.
As the sun came up, I realized that while I had sailed away from the storm and was in calmer waters, I was totally lost. Just then I saw a bright red kickball floating in the water, a sign of life. I maneuvered my makeshift sails to follow the ball as it made its way back to civilization.
Did it look brand new?
It did, and it led me right to the port of Haverton. I docked my boat and wandered around town. I had no idea where I was or what I should do. Just then I saw a purple balloon caught in the low branches of a tree. Anyone who knows me will tell you that I just really love balloons. So I had to free it. Once I got it out of the tree, I realized I was right in front of this very studio where they film my favorite court show of all time, Judge Solomon! I'm a huge fan, by the way.
I mean, who isn't? I'm great.
Just my luck. They were looking for audience members, so I took a seat and brought the balloon too. That's right.
For you listeners at home, this man just produced the purple balloon. It was tied to his wrist the whole time. How did we miss that? And now he's handing it back to the little girl, who's finally stopped crying.
Thank you.
You gonna hang on to it this time, kid? Everyone's so sensitive nowadays. What is it the kids say? Hashtag sorry not sorry. Let's wrap this up, shall we?
I brought back the kickball too. I'm sorry about the newspaper and the flour sack. They didn't make it through the journey intact. I just wanted to defend the wind because it truly saved my life out there.
I withdraw my case.
So do we.
And me too.
I'm starting to feel better already. Seems like the winds are changing.
Order in my court. Ready to rule.
But the townspeople dropped their cases.
I said I'm ready to rule. You see, preservation of life is more important than anything, and that includes kickballs, balloons, crossword puzzles, and, bunkins. Think about more than just your own well-being when you're faced with adversities, folks. Your minor misfortune could be a big help to someone else. Case dismissed.
After party at my bakery. Everyone's invited. Woo! Even the wind.
Kickball.
Croissants for everyone.
I miss that.
Is that a cross between a cupcake and a croissant?
Yeah, I know the name needs some work, but hey, they're gluten-free. And Judge, you can bring your kugel.
I'm in. The court is in recess.
Yay, recess. Let's play tag.
And that'll do it for another episode of Justice Court, Court of Justice. Thanks for joining us. Take it from the judge and your PJ Library Have I Got a Story for You podcast. When you run into inconveniences, try to imagine the positive effects on others. It may help you feel better about the annoyances of everyday life, like a runaway balloon or a temporary sneezing fit. I'm Rita. Stay tuned for the hit game show everyone's talking about, especially people who love French fries and tater tots. Name that potato! Ooh, I hope it's russet today.